If you have been frustrated with constipation problems and tried every remedy without success, then this might be for you. A number of our patients said highly about these tried and tested solutions. It might just save your day. I searched answers to 5 of your most pressing constipation-related questions. Why isn't my medication working? Which remedy is actually effective? Should I avoid certain foods to tackle my gas issues? Can constipation trigger gynecological problems? What's the solution for post-gynecological surgery constipation? All the answers are here, wrapped in simplicity. Constipation is a problem where many have lost hope, but don't. Some may even claim they are so unique that medical science needs rewriting just for them. But before you start believing you are an alien from another planet, let's take a moment for self-reflection. Remember, you are not alone in this. Freedom exists, you just have to find it. Question 1. Why doesn't my remedy work? Hidden secrets of why medications fail could lie in your habits, walking, drinking water, or lack thereof. What makes up stool? It's mostly water with undigested vegetable and fruit fiber as key ingredients. And here is the surprise. Half of its weight comes from bacteria in your colon. We have explored stool composition and how to resolve constipation without medication in another research video, The Art of Great Potty. The link is below. In that video, we also delved into fiber intake, sufficient hydration, physical movement, and timing of potty, all essential for smooth relief without medication. Of course, for some, medications might still be required for a short while. We have pointed out our 4 misconceptions that might be sabotaging your efforts to find relief. Mistake 1. Not knowing the source of fiber. Without enough fiber in your diet, even medications won't make a difference. Some believe munching on cashews or a few soaked almonds in the morning will suffice to keep constipation at bay. While these do contain a bit of fiber, they are nowhere near enough to get the job done. When heading to the market, it is vital to know where to find the right sources of fiber. Jot down in a list on your phone beforehand to save yourself the headache of figuring out amidst a sea of shoppers. If you don't have a list handy, just fill up the form in the description and we'll send one to your way. Leafy greens, cooked vegetables, fruits with their peels, when chewed thoroughly, are great fiber suppliers of your body. Don't forget to include seasonal delicacies like mango, jackfruit, oranges, and many more. Regularity is the key here. At every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner should include a dash of fiber. Eating fiber just once and expecting it to work wonders for 7 days? Wishful thinking. Consistency is the name of the game. You need to take it daily. Mistake 2. Doubting regular exercise. Yes, it's true. Resting in bed for a day might lead to a smooth bowel movement in the next morning, but don't expect to last for long. Though it might sound unpleasant, those who avoid physical activity or fail to work up a sweat to proper exercise often experience slower bowel movements. This inevitably leads to constipation. The solution? Regular and vigorous brisk long walks. Strolling back and forth between the kitchen and living room 100 times won't count as proper exercise. Watching 10 distressing news stories on TV or dealing with office and home politics while feeling worn out at the end of the day, that's mental exhaustion, not exercise. While such fatigue from chores may leave you drained, it won't help you bowels to the list. Mistake number 3, not drinking enough water. In tropical countries like ours, we often drink far less water than we actually need. During weather changes, the need for water increases even more. In summer, liters of water are lost through sweat, while in winter, people often feel they have enough after just having a sip or 2 of water, leaving the body dehydrated. Hard stool and constipation follow suit. Keep an eye on the clock and set alarms to remind you to drink water. There are a lot of apps for that. Label 3 bottles with your name at home and learn to hydrate systematically, just so that you can keep a track. Mistake number 4, lack of patience. This is important. Though not mentioned in any medical textbooks, years of observing patients have revealed a key truth. After water, fiber, and friendly bacteria, the 4th essential ingredient for smooth bowel movement is patience. Leo Tolstoy once said, 2 most powerful warriors are patience and time. Being a good boy for a day or two, drinking water and eating fiber isn't going to work miracles overnight. Achieving a healthier body requires consistency every single day. So don't let frustrations drive you to scream, I have followed everything and my medication still doesn't work. Such statements only drain your spirits and those people around you too. The healthy habits you start today will at least take 7 to 10 days to show results. Similarly, if constipation has already taken hold and you start medication, it can take additional 4 to 5 days for it to have a meaningful effect. Of course, there are some potty medications that work within minutes or hours, but they are not suitable for long-term health. Quality remedies need time to deliver sustainable benefits. Patience is the fourth magic ingredient in beating constipation, and without it, many feel as though they are aliens who need special chapters written in medical textbooks just for them. Question 2. Which constipation medicine works best? With countless options available, let's focus on 3 common remedies and make things simpler for you. First, lactulose. Lactulose was not originally designed for constipation. Discovered in 1930, it was nearly forgotten until decades later when it proved life-saving for severe liver diseases. Back then, liver patients had to consume enormous amount, 70 spoons or more daily. This led to frequent complaints like, I'm alive but constantly on the loo. Science took note of its side effect and repurposed lactulose into a constipation remedy at much smaller dosage. Some medicines are more famous for their side effects than their original purpose. Lactulose is one of them. When you are taking lactulose for constipation, you are consuming a much smaller dose to soften your stool. Liver patients might need bottles of it, but you are only taking a few spoonfuls, so no need to fret over dosage. Lactulose does not linger in your body. Your kidneys flush it out effectively. Overdoses? Practically unheard of. Once consumed, friendly bacteria in your colon break lactulose down into lactic acid, acetic acid, formic acid, and carbon dioxide. These chemicals draw water into your colon, softening your stool and making your mornings much sweeter. Modern pharmacology considers lactulose a blessing. Want to know its flaw? It is slow. Many ask when it will work. As you often explain, if you start taking it today, it begins working in 2 to 3 days later. Recently, we have understood that lactulose works best a few days after consuming enough of it. For severe constipation, don't expect miracles from half or 1 teaspoon. Adjust the dosage gradually to find what works for you or consult your doctor. And remember, it's all about water. If you are not drinking enough, lactulose won't work. Plus, if your colon lacks friendly bacteria, lactulose falls short. Want to increase good bacteria? Check our soon-to-be published research video. Second, milk of magnesia and liquid paraffin combination. Flavored with mint and citrus to mask its rather unpleasant taste, this popular combo works wonders. Milk of magnesia softens your stool, while liquid paraffin, a type of mineral oil, lubricates it, easing the process. Like lactulose, it takes time but acts slightly faster. However, being an oil, paraffin may flush fat-soluble vitamins A, T, E, K out of your body. This means it's unsuitable for long-term use, as vitamin deficiencies could arise. To minimize interference with nutrient absorption, it is best to take it in empty stomach. Third, the Indian favorite, Psyllium husk or Isabgol. Isabgol or Ispaghula husk is essentially a fiber with an impressive ability. It swells by absorbing the water. While traditionally used for constipation, pharmacology notes its ability to reverse diarrhea by binding excess water in the gut. But here's the catch. Ispaghula only works if you drink enough water. Without water, it backfires. Without it, Ispaghula can harden and worsen constipation. So remember, fiber without hydration is a recipe for disaster. Which medicines to avoid? Beyond lactulose, paraffin, and psyllium are plenty of other remedies, some of which irritate the damage to the intestinal lining to induce bowel movement. Whether derived from chemicals or plants, this fast-acting option may seem magical, but are risky for long-term use. Proceed with caution. Question 3. I can't eat this, I can't eat that. My constipation has led me to cut out almost every food. Many would lament on this. This is a massive trap. Often I find people coping with constipation by eliminating essential foods from their diet. One group fears constipation, and avoids sufficient protein. Another worries excessive water intake will harm their kidneys. Yet another skips fruits and vegetables fearing gas acidity. But losing out important nutrient, this does not just worsen constipation, it paves the way for cholesterol issues and even increases the risk of cancer. To truly identify if any food or ingredient is responsible for your constipation, keep a food diary. Please don't rely on memory and cut out necessary items from your diet and menu. Human memory is fleeting. You won't recall what you had for lunch 4 days ago, let alone pinpoint constipation culprits in menu. If you really want to track down which food might be causing constipation or gas, you will need to meticulously log daily details, including date, menu, stool type. Maintain this diary for a month, and only then you can accurately determine whether the culprit is in your diet or lack of fiber, hydration, or physical activity. Fill out the form below and we'll email you a simple food diary for your guidance. Comfort menu like rice, lentils, peeled potato, and desserts may be delightful for now, but their side effects will surface years later. Don't just exclude protein, fiber, water, and other essentials based purely on suspicion. Insufficient protein weakens immunity. Digesting protein takes time, so consume it mainly in breakfast and lunch. Skipping it during dinner ensures you feel light and lively. Pair fiber-rich foods with regular walking and exercise and you will truly enjoy the good days of life. All fibers does not cause gas, so embrace it. White is not opposite of black. Hatred is not opposite of love. And treating gas does not mean popping antacid. It's about movement and brisk walks outdoor. And don't cut back on your water intake, please. Question 4. Can constipation worsen gynecological problem? The straightforward answer is yes. Period pain, endometriosis pain, pelvic discomfort, symptoms of urinary infections all worsen when constipation is present. Let's not forget, gynecological organs like the uterus, ovaries, and fallopian tubes are closely neighbored by the urinary tract in the front and the bowel at the back. So, trouble in one area often aggravates issues in the others. Urinary, gynecological, and bowel organs are like neighbors. When one suffers, the other join in. Life becomes unbearable. So give your bowels the care they deserve. Question 5. Experiencing constipation following gynecological surgery? Avoiding constipation during recovery from abdominal surgery is absolutely essential. It's not just about reducing discomfort. It helps stitches heal better, lowers the risk of hernias, and reduces the chances of unwanted bleeding or infections. Yet, many end up struggling with constipation post-surgery. Yes, even after taking prescribed medications. A key culprit behind this type of constipation is overconfidence. Not intentionally, but of course, unintentionally. The fundamental rules for good bowel movements don't magically change after surgery. What we have shared earlier or in our stool care strategies video still applies. The problem? Troublesome overconfidence. Thoughts like, I've never had constipation before, or if I stop my medication today, its effect will continue for a month or so. Or even skipping water for one day won't hurt me, can lead to straight into trouble. Post-surgery, don't forget to stick to the essentials: walking, staying hydrated, and taking your prescribed stool-softening medications regularly. But if you find yourself constipated just a couple of days after returning home, the major culprits are often insufficient water intake, skipping fiber-rich or soft fiber foods as directed, and not moving around enough. Once constipation sets in, quick fixes with medication won't work easily. That's why you need to start softening your stool right from the day one after surgery. Prevention is the key. If the problem has already started, then fourth magic ingredient, patience, is your best friend. Keep taking your prescribed doses, consult your doctor, and rest assured, you will see results. But it will take time and, of course, patience. That's all today. See you soon with another video research.